Hello guys, welcome to another Coturnix Corner Live. For those of you who are new here, my name is Terry. Looks like the chat room is off to a good start. We've got a wonderful show lined up for you guys tonight. I know we are starting a little bit early, but our guest Kai Peppler is joining us from Germany, and it is already going on midnight out there. So I do have a couple quick announcements that I'd like to make. We are going to be doing a giveaway. We're giving away a 60 count of mixed hatching eggs from the Coturnix Corner line to the person who asked the most engaging question of the night to our guest. We will be announcing the winner at the end of the show, so stick around to find out if you won. Second, when you're asking questions for our guest, if you would post, or if you would type the letter Q in front of your question, that just helps me to distinguish the questions from the guest. Let's see, or the questions from the comments, sorry about that. Also, we are going to be taking questions up till 7 p.m. our time. So Kai doesn't have to stay up so late. So try to get your questions in as early as possible, so we can get as many questions in as possible, because I am going to cut off all questions no matter where we're at about 5 minutes to 7. So I want to say thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and get this show started. Hello, Kai. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine.
I'm glad you stayed up late enough to join us.
No problem.
Okay, I see we've already got quite a few people in the chat room, and we are going to just jump right into the questions.
Right.
Kai, if you would, Kai, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Yeah, as you already told, my name is Kai. I'm 39 years old, and I'm coming from Germany and raising quails.
Cool. I understand, Kai, that you started out with a half a dozen quail and turned it into a very lucrative business. Can you tell
That's
us a little bit about that?
Yes, for sure. In the beginning, it wasn't easy. I get some quails. I think it was 5 females and 1 rooster. And probably a week later, I get another 6. Building up some hatches. And later on, I got a breeder from Amazon. A cheap one, yeah. Outcomes was not so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it starts. Get my own eggs in the incubator, got some chicks, sell them, and then I got the idea to put the quails in different colors, you know,
Mm-hmm.
keep them clean,
Sure.
cool colors. Yeah.
So how many birds are you keeping now?
In this moment, around about 6,000 to 8,000.
Really? How long did it take you to go from the half a dozen birds you started with to where you're at now?
Many years.
Really?
Many years. Many years.
That's great. How long would you say that it took you before you started making enough money with the business to support yourself and your family?
At least 5 years.
5 years? And you've been
Yeah.
doing this how long, you said?
We do this now since 2008, and in 2040 we made a business.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about the business.
Yeah, quail business is not so easy because you have to get some customers for the eggs. In the first time we only sell eating eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sell hatching eggs.
Okay.
So you have to find.
What are some of the colors of Coturnix that you're currently working with?
In this moment, it's in the moment we're working on calicos, black ones, and also on some new colors in celadons.
Okay. Kai, I'm going to bring up some of them photos that I told you that I had or that you sent me. We'll start out with the business photos, and then we'll get into the birds. But as these images
Yep.
come up, can you tell us a little bit about these photos?
Yes, sure. That's the new shop we built up.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about it. Go into detail on it.
Detail, yeah. It's about 1,500 square feet,
Okay.
and we built it up with sandwich panels.
Now, is this where you're keeping birds, or is this a?
No, that's only the shop who we sell quail food and everything, poultry things and so on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's only the store. And behind this building, there will be the barn within next year.
Okay.
So we are not finished until now.
So where are the birds at now? You said this is like the feed store. Where do you keep the birds?
Yes. Yes, it was a long process. We start in the Keller. Was heißt Keller? We start in the basement at my house.
Okay.
With selling eggs and so on, yeah. And then we moved into a building with 100 square meters, but within half a year it was too small. So
Really?
we moved again to a 500 square meter building, yeah. And it was too small in the end too. So we decided to build our own one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. What is this?
Some heating plates and what's that?
So
Feeders,
this
drinkers,
is inside,
and
right?
so on. That's inside, yeah.
Okay.
A little part of it. Egg cartons and many food, quail food, chicken food, goose food, everything you want, everything you like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is okay. So you're supplying quail feed to other breeders. How much do you go through in a month?
In a month, you mean for selling?
Yeah. How much quail feed are you supplying to other breeders?
Can't tell you in 1 month. I can't tell you in a year we about 120 tons.
Wow.
In 1 year, last year we got 80 tons, but that's not all. We also take about 8 tons every 2 months for
Okay.
our own birds.
Wow, that's a lot
So
of
it's a lot
feed.
of stuff.
Okay, tell us a little bit about this. I know this is your business name,
That's the company name, yes.
and what does that mean?
That means Vogelsberger is the state here in Germany
Okay.
where we live, and Wachtelzucht, that means raising quails.
Oh, okay. I know I've seen a Facebook page that had this name on it, so that's your business page for
Yes.
Facebook.
That's the business page, right?
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to bring up some photos of the birds. Can you tell us a little bit about these birds?
Yeah. The left will be Crowfee, and the right one is a blue one.
Okay.
Really nice birds.
And these are birds that you're breeding now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That will be my favorite. That's of the right side. It's a black one.
Mm-hmm. And what do we have on the left?
On the left side we have Crawfie and Rooks.
Okay.
Or how do you call it?
Rue Dilute.
Dilute, yeah, and red also in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's range, you call it, or isn't
Red.
it?
Red range.
Red range, yes.
Yep. Them are pretty. I love those birds.
Me too. That's the youngsters.
Okay, so you keep them like in a big communal cage then.
Yes.
How many birds are in one cage?
That's not a cage, it's a hutch.
Oh, that's okay.
Probably maybe 3 up to 400 in one.
Wow.
And
What's your ratio of males to females?
I think it will be between 55 and 60% males. The rest will be females.
Okay. Okay, there's another picture of the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
So you just grow them out all together. Doesn't matter what kind they are. You just grow them out together and then separate them for breeding.
And then separate them. Yes, sure.
Okay, great.
Got the roosters out, and we're gonna butch them and sell the meat.
Right. Okay. That was the last shot I have of that. See if I have any more questions on my list here. Do you have anything else, Kai, that you want to add to tell us, a little more about your business? Or...
What do you mean?
I said, do you have anything else that you would like to add about either the business or the quail, or basically anything that you want us to know?
It's very difficult for me to find find the words.
Okay. Well, we can jump right into the questions if you want to go ahead and do that.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, I am going to scroll up to the top. Okay, guys, again, if you would type the letter Q in front of your question for Kai. That just helps me find them a little bit quicker. Let's see here. The first question is from Kenneth Paris. Oh, well, this one looks like it's in German, so can you read? Can you see that on there, Kai?
I can see it, yeah.
What is it? What is he talking about? What's he saying?
What's the most, was that Krankheit, Lena? Krankheit. What's the most illness at quail?
Okay, what's the answer to that? I didn't know I was going to get any German-speaking viewers in here.
Maybe a virus disease or something.
Okay. All right, we're going to jump on the next one. Or do you have anything you want to say on that one? Do you have anything you want to say about that, Kai?
Maybe a virus disease, or how do you call it?
I don't know what the question is, so I can't help you out.
What's the most illness of quail, I think?
Oh, the most illness. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I am Ike says I had 50 eggs. Most of them were not fertile. Only 4 hatched. 4 hatched first on day 17. Second one hatched on my birthday in the morning, but couldn't breathe,
Okay.
was too weak, and died on my birthday. Okay, I guess that's not really a question.
Maybe it depends on incubator.
Right. Okay, April says, is there a very effective way to get a hen to go broody?
Yeah, sure. If you keep them, how to say, natural,
Mm-hmm.
with many things to hide, they will breed. That's not a big deal.
Okay. Narrowway Farm says, what is the best way to transport chickens from inside a router to outside,
What's that?
especially in the winter months? She meant quail, I'm sorry. Or he meant quail. Best way to transport quail from inside to outside.
Don't understand this question.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
can
don't
use a
really.
carton, or what do you mean? Or transportation box or something else, or cat box.
Right.
Or what do you mean?
Okay. Chris says, how do you deal with an aggressive male or female?
I would separate it and budget.
That's what I do. If I have aggressive birds, I
Yeah.
usually cull them.
Yeah.
Heather says, what is your best part of the business? Fertile eggs, live birds, etc.
Everything.
Really?
And quail food.
So you sell hatching
The
eggs
most,
and
most
eating
will
eggs?
be the most will be hatching eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the question I was asking about earlier, Kai. Germany, does Germany require permits for quail?
No, not really. You only have to go up to the veterinarian and tell them you keep quails, and they come up and look at the quails if they are healthy and so on. And that's all.
Right.
They came up 3 or 4 times in the year and check everything, and that's all.
Okay. Kenneth Parrish says, what are the best preventatives for commercial quail keeping?
What does this mean?
I I don't know. The best preventions for commercial quail.
What's preventions?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kenneth, if you could re-ask that, I'm not sure what you mean by preventions. April says, what do you feel is the most aggressive colored breed? Most aggressive color.
The most aggressive color. Don't have any experience with. Sometimes when you mix white birds and very dark birds, there can be an issue, but normally not.
Okay.
Because we raise them together in one barn or a hutch. So there's normally not a problem.
Okay. Okay, Stacy says, if I have 11 hens, how many roos would you suggest I keep?
Depends also on the space you got. At least I would prefer 2.
Okay. So what is your ratio, did you say? Do you keep like
We got
three hens for 4, or 3 or 4 hens per male, or?
We got around 70 hens in one hutch and 12 to 15 roosters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any issues with fighting or aggression?
Not really. Sometimes if you put a new one in, yeah, but normally not.
Okay. Heather wants to know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I put them in very young, with normally with 4.5 or 5 weeks,
Okay.
and there's no issue.
Okay. Heather wants to know, what made you decide to sell all quail products?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna wait for an answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to answer yet. now.
I'm trying to think. Are you in
We
business
need
for yourself, or are you in business by yourself, or do you have other business partners?
No, there are no business partners. My brother will came in now
Okay.
into business with 50%, and that's all. We
Okay.
got 4 workers in the store. That's it.
Okay. So you started out with just birds, just quail, and then you
Yes,
decided to get into the
yes.
feed and all that stuff?
We decide to sell also little bit of feed, and then I ordered some drinkers and feeders and so on, step by step.
Okay.
Really small amount, really small quantities, and it's rising over the years, you know.
Nice.
But it's not so easy
I can imagine.
as it seems. Yeah.
Larry says, could you please explain how to breed sex lynx birds?
What does it mean?
Sex lynx, where you could tell the males from the females right when they hatch. You know what I'm talking about, Kai?
No, I don't know.
Like if you take a Egyptian male over a pharaoh hen, the offspring will be, at least I think I got it right. The offspring will be all the Egyptians will be hens, and all the pharaohs will be
Females.
females.
Yes, sure.
Right. Okay. Heather wants to know: do you raise any jumbos or just colored birds?
We raise both.
Okay. Which are your best selling birds?
Best selling birds in this moment will be celadons.
Really?
Yes. But we also sell, yeah, a lot of stuff. All colors.
Right.
But the most people like to buy the heavy ones.
Okay. Bill wants to know what's your most popular color.
Oh, I think it's black.
Yep.
Number 1, I think, and also calico and the
Okay.
red ones.
I'm gonna bring them bird pictures back up,
Yeah,
and you could show us which one's the calicos.
that's red ones. Calicos I don't send you, I think.
Is that the calico there on the
No,
left?
no.
There's a
I
red.
think I don't send you a picture.
Yeah, you probably did, but I didn't bring it into the program. Okay, sorry about
Okay.
that.
It's not in.
Let's see. Heather wants to know, what are the quail on? We use wire. I know you didn't
It's
want to
soil.
go into that. I know you didn't want to go into that, but
It's wood flakes
okay.
on the bottom.
Heather also wants to know, can you ship to the United States?
Difficult. I can, but I have to get some documents and so on, and I
Right,
don't know if it's worth it.
right. Yeah, how long does
So
it normally take?
you got all colors there. You have to ask Coturnix. He can hook you up with the colors also.
Okay. How do
Yeah.
you get the red range color? Connie wants to know.
How do you get a red range color? I think I got it from Russia.
Really?
Yes. Must be about 3 years ago, I think. I got some hatching eggs from there, and I get this red range out of it. So
Nice.
I start to work on it.
Nice. Okay, Mel Rainbow Slinky says, how do you handle feed for that many birds? Do you mix your own blends of seeds and grains?
No, we don't mix it by ourselves, but we produce it in a facility,
Mm-hmm.
and they mix it for us, and it comes by truck, and we got a I don't know in English, silo.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
No. No. Silo.
No, I don't. Sorry about that.
No. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Jessica says, are there any colors that you have developed yourself? And if so, what are they? Have you developed
Yeah,
any colors, Sky?
Yeah, sure. Especially the black ones.
And how did you get that?
Long process. They coming out from my Graufe pen.
Okay. Did you see the purple one that came out of Williams' pen?
Yes, sure. Very nice bird.
Yeah, I wish I could reproduce
You
that.
got some more.
Speaking of William, he says, "Why are you so nervous? I know the feeling." Thanks, William.
I'm very nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Don't find the
Okay.
words.
Yeah. Ah, you're doing fine.
Sorry about that.
Okay, Dessa Colad says, had a 3-month-old jumbo hen suddenly die. She felt bony to the touch, and when I opened her up, she was literally skin and bones. She had access to 2 unlimited 30% protein feed. Any idea what could have happened? You understand that one, Kai?
I hope so. I don't know. Maybe there's an issue with coccidia or something else.
Okay.
So they eat and eat and eat, and they are only bones in the end.
So they're not
No
getting
meat
no
on the
nu-
birds.
they're not getting no nutrition.
Yes. Yes.
Backyard Yeet says, can quail be outside in a plastic tote?
What's a toad?
It's like a little plastic tub. I use them for brooders. As long as it's not too hot, I mean, you got to be careful with them.
I think I would be very careful in the summertime.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here, in there.
Yep. Okay. Here's a good question. How does weather in Germany affect quail, and is your buildings heated?
No, it's not heated. I don't have any problems with the heat in the hatches.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a big issue.
What kind of temperatures do you guys have in Germany? Kai, you accidentally muted yourself again. Hold on, guys. It'll take Kai a second. He's got to unmute his mic. Do whatever you did last time, Kai. Unmute yourself. Are you back?
Hello.
There
Test,
you
test,
go.
test.
You're back.
Don't
Very
check.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, what kind of weather do you have in Germany right now?
Yeah, right now it's cold. At least 5 Celsius, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cold.
The nights are fresh.
I wish I could say that. It's like 90 degrees. It's like 90 degrees here every day. Okay. Pam says, what color will you never try to raise or breed, and why?
That's
What colors?
why
What color don't you
I
like?
would try every. I would try every color.
There's
Why
no
not?
color that you don't really care for?
Yeah, not really.
Okay, good. Lily says, I believe you said you have blue quail. What is the gene at work there? Do you have a blue quail?
Yeah, sure. You probably show up a picture last time.
Oh, did we have a picture of a blue one in there?
Another one. This one on the right side.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was silver.
No, that's a blue one. It's
Okay.
coming from Tibetan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting that
So
gene out of the Tibetans?
yes, you can also see it on the feet of this quail. It's black, and also the beak.
Okay, let me go back to that. Oh
Yep.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the feet are very dark, and also the beak.
Wow, that's great. Okay, Heidi says, how much do you sell your quail products, hatching and eating eggs, live birds, and feed? She would like to know how it compares to the U.S. So let's start off with hatching eggs and
Yeah,
eating eggs.
Hatching eggs. It depends on the color. It's going from $6.99 to I think 26 euros
Okay.
for 18 eggs. And Saladons 3 euros per egg. Eating eggs will be $2.99 for a dozen.
Okay.
What was the next?
Live birds and then feed.
Live birds will be 7 euros. Roosters 3. Yeah, that's it.
And what about feed cost?
Feed costs depends also on the sort. I say between 40, 50 and 20 euros
Okay.
for 25 kilograms.
Okay. Kenneth Parrish asked that question earlier about the biggest preventative when raising quail commercially. He's talking about how do you prevent disease when you have quite a few quail like that.
Oh, we got a veterinarian in there, and he checks the birds every time, you know.
Okay.
So we can make sure that there's nothing in our flocks.
Gotcha. So do they
Yeah.
do you guys have anything like NPIP testing out there like we have here in the States?
Yes, they making tests of the poop and also from the mouse, you know.
Okay. Swabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that for avian influenza?
Yes,
For the
also.
swab? Right. Do
And,
they do a
sometimes
blood draw?
also. Yes, sometimes too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Christy wants to know, what's your favorite quail egg product?
What's my favorite? Yeah, that's easy. That's quail egg soap.
Really? I didn't
Yes,
know they
sure.
made a quail egg soap.
We got handmade quail egg soap with quail egg yolk inside.
I'll be darned. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Connie wants to know, is there a big push to produce bigger and bigger quail in Germany like there is here in the United States?
I think we got bigger ones, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Send me some eggs, will you?
I will try. No, there are birds in Russia, I think, over 600 grams, and I also got some of them, but not many in this moment.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's really big birds.
Right. Jim wants to know, how many hours a week do you spend working with your quail?
Usually, I'm in the shop the whole day. I got in the morning 2 or 3 hours, and in the evening also 2 or 3.
Right.
Depends what's to do. And we also got one worker at the barn. So I will take care of the birds over the day, you know.
Right. Okay, Heidi wants to know, what is your favorite way to prepare quail eggs, or to prepare quail and quail eggs?
Quail and quail eggs. I prepare quails in my smoker with some wood flakes.
Nice.
That's nice. And I do some pickled quail eggs. That's my favorite one.
Okay. Kenneth says, follow up for one in German. What are the most common diseases over there for commercial quail?
Disease. What does this mean?
What's the most prevalent diseases, like coccidia or?
I think it will be coccidia on the end.
Okay.
I think so.
And do you know how they treat that?
Yeah, you can get something from the veterinarian or from the doctor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to keep hygienity also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fiona says, hello, Fiona. Welcome
Hello.
to the broadcast. Fiona's going to be in here next week, guys. She's coming to us from Canada. She was on week before last, I think, with Verna, but she got dropped out, so we're going to bring her back in here. Jim says, what is the major part of your income from quail and eggs or products and feed? So are you making more money with the birds or with the products that you sell and the feed that you sell?
It should be quite the same.
Really?
Really, yes. We make noodles and soap and so on. I don't know, is it eggnog in English?
Yeah.
Alcohol and egg yolk from the quails, yeah.
Really? Cool.
It runs really good.
Rayan wants to know, why do my quail chicks die in the second week?
The second week. Difficult. Could
Right.
be everything, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes when you, but not in the second week, when you keep them on wood flakes or something and they are too small, they can eat it and they are in the stomach.
Okay.
Or maybe, don't know.
Yeah, it's
Could be
hard to say without having more information.
Yes, sure.
Jessica says, is eating quail and quail eggs more popular in Germany than it is here in the United States?
Oh, I think not.
You don't think it's
not.
as popular? Yeah, we love quail over here.
Yeah, here you have to find a customer, you know.
Right.
Don't know how to say.
No, I understand.
It's not so
what you're
easy for selling quail. Not everyone likes it, you know.
Right. Aaron says, Kai, are your quail indoors or outdoors?
They are indoors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feathers and Greens wants to know, what is the optimal temperature for the brooder out of the incubator? Understand that one?
Yeah. I will breed at 37.5,
Okay.
but it's Celsius. Yeah. And at the brooder, I got in the first week 38 Celsius.
Okay.
And then going up a little bit every day.
Gotcha.
And within 2.5 weeks, I put them out the heat and they go in the hutch, and the big one.
Okay, Ted says, where can I buy hatching quail eggs from Germany that will ship to Sweden?
Yeah, you can directly order in our internet shop. That's not a big deal. We can ship to Sweden.
Okay. Send me the link to your website, and I will post that in the description below this video.
Okay.
Dave says, Kai, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
I try.
Okay. Dessa Colad says, do you have any tips on getting baby quail to feather out quicker?
Yeah, you have to feed really good food to the quails, at least with 29 or 30% raw protein. So feeders will come real quick.
Okay. Is that what you're feeding? Is about a 30%?
I got a little bit more.
Of course, he runs a feed
We
store.
got a special mix, you know.
Right.
We
Verna
try
wants to
everything
know.
in the
Go
past
ahead.
years.
Verna wants to know, what is the most challenging thing that you have had to getting your business started? You understand that one, Kai?
Yeah. As I told, hold on a moment. As I already told, we start in my basement in my house, and we had to move because we don't had any space here, and we got all the parcels in the kitchen and so on, and selling food, and that should be in the beginning maybe 30 or 40 packages per day, and got them all in my house, so we had to move. And that was really a big deal for me because I don't earn much, you know, in the
Right.
beginning. So that was really risky, or how to say.
Sure. I bet it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Heather wants to know, do Celadons breed true?
Yes, the Celadon groups we got, they are all true. Yes,
Okay.
pretty true. Yeah.
Okay, William is telling us that Blau is blue. I think he had to explain that to me once too.
I bet.
I Am Mike says, what is the number of feather colors in quail? How many different colors do you have?
Many. At least around 60, I think.
Okay.
Or even more.
Wow. Pam says, do you have automatic feeders and waterers?
No, only automatic water.
Okay.
Rest will be done by hand.
Do you do that, or do you have employees that take care of the birds for you?
Me and my employer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the definition of fully feathered? Trying to determine if my 3-week-olds are ready to move outside in the damp, cool overnight weather, 40 degrees or -4 Celsius.
Question is gone. What does it mean? I don't understand it.
She's saying the definition of fully feathered, like when I say my birds are fully feathered, everything is feathered except for the heads.
Yeah, you
Some
can
people
put them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in the summertime, I will put them out the heat boxes with 3 or 3.5 weeks,
Right.
and then they are outside without any heat.
Okay.
But in the winter time, you have to wait a little bit longer, around 4 weeks, I think, 4.5 weeks.
Heidi wants to know, did your sales increase with the COVID-19 pandemic? Ours did here in the United States. Did COVID affect your business?
I think so.
How?
We're selling more in these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here in the U.S. It seemed like
Yeah.
egg sales went up. It seemed like a lot of people wanted to get into quail to be a little more self-sufficient.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Pam wants to know, do you sell quail eggs and other products online?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay, and I'm going to put your website in the description after this is over with.
Yeah.
Aaron wants to know, Kai, do you raise anything other than quail?
No, only quail.
Okay.
I got some bottom quails, and that's all. And some Coturnix also.
Okay. Heidi L says, what is your favorite feed mix consist of? Basically, do you have a special blend of feed, or are you feeding crumbles, or?
Yes, we have a special blend. Hold on a moment.
Are you looking up Google Translate?
Yes, I have.
I was only joking.
But you're right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my favorite one is our premium wellness feed.
Okay.
It's with one moment.
What would we do without Google?
Maybe you can show up a picture or something if I send you a link. It's hard to explain for me now.
Is your feed a grain?
Flowers and so on.
Is your feed grains, or is it like crumbles? Like we feed crumbles over here, at least I do.
Yeah, we feed pellets.
Okay.
But we got different kind of feeds. We got pellets or crumbles, or also some special mixes with flowers inside and
Okay.
mealworms and so on.
Right.
Different brands.
Okay, Kenneth says, what's the key to success with commercial quail?
What's the key to success? Yeah, you have to keep on the ball, how to say.
Yep. A lot of work.
That's for sure. Yeah. And work around the clock.
Yep. Okay. Kenneth wants to know, how much marketing do you do?
A lot of.
Do you?
A lot. Yeah, we do Facebook, we do Instagram, we do Google Ads, Google Shopping, and so on. It's a lot of money.
Right. Wow, I can imagine. April wants to know, can you give your birds toys to help stop or distract aggression?
Not really.
No, I give mine
What
sand
toys?
baths. Well, I give mine sand baths, just a little bit of a,
Yeah,
of a
sure.
distraction.
I got sandbeds too.
Yeah.
So I misunderstand this question.
Aaron wants to know, when you first started with quail, what was your best-selling pitch or your best method?
I think in the beginning, I sell them too underpriced. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Connie wants to know, do you think there is a bigger market for the larger quail in the food industry, or is it just a fad for the breeders?
I think there will be a market because here in Germany they will get the quails from France,
Mm-hmm.
and that's also bigger birds, around 520 grams.
Wow.
But normally we only budge the males, and you will have in the end around 180 or 200 grams. That's not much.
Right.
Many people ask for more. Yeah.
Ted wants to know what's the domain name on your website. He's interested in buying hatching eggs.
Maybe you can post a link later on.
Yeah, I'm going to post a link in the description. Can you
Yeah.
just tell us real quick what it is?
Yes, it's www.vogelsberger-wachtelzucht.de. Or I have to spell it.
Okay.
That's
You know what? I'll just send me the link, Kai, and I'll post it in the description after the video's over with, or after the
right
live
away.
stream.
Yep.
April wants to know, do you like button quail more than the others?
No.
Me neither. Heidi says,
Say
Kai,
it too fast.
yeah. Heidi says, Kai,
Yeah.
you're doing a great job, and we appreciate all the information.
It's hard for me. At this
No,
point.
you're doing great. Darla wants to know, how long do quail live as commercial layers? How long do your hens lay eggs while they're in production?
Maximum 1 year.
1 year, okay.
Yeah, maximum.
Heidi would love to see a picture of your feed. Was there a picture on them birds that were outside eating? Was there any?
Not really. That's only some
greens?
vegetables and so
Yeah.
on, greens.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a
In the
sand
middle
bath.
there's a sandbars, and in the middle it's a food plate, but you don't see anything.
What is this square block? It looks like a.
That's a pig block
And what's that for?
for the beak.
Oh, okay. Keeps it from getting, like putting a piece of
Yes.
concrete or something in there.
Yes.
Ah,
And also for calcium and minerals.
right. Okay, Connie wants to know, what is the average protein content you feed in Germany to chicks and also to breeders?
It's 20% with 6% calcium carbonate inside.
Okay.
And also leucine. Don't know if it's the same in English. I will check on Google. I think it's lysine, isn't it? Will be
Lysine?
a little bit lysine, yeah, will be a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pam says, how many different quail products do you sell?
I stopped counting. Many. Many. At least over 30, I think. Soap, noodles, eggnog,
Okay.
everything.
Nice.
We also got some a brand. It's oil you can put in the food to pimp it a little bit, you know.
Sure. Let's see. Pam wants to know, do you feed oyster shell or eggshell powder for calcium?
No, I don't. I only use calcium carbonate. It's already in the feed in.
Okay.
That's very high. Yeah. with 6%,
Yep.
and it's really useful.
Okay, Ted says he wants to know, do you have food for quail chicks on your website?
Yes,
Okay, good.
we got it on.
Okay, guys, we are at the end of our list of questions. Let me see what time it is. We got about 5 minutes, so that worked out really good. Kai, is there anything else that you want to add that we didn't go over? Something, that we didn't talk about?
In this moment, not.
Okay. You're making this real easy on me, aren't you? Okay.
Next time we do it in German and you can translate it.
Oh, sure.
It's much easier for me.
I can imagine. Okay. That it worked out perfect because I wanted to get you out of here without having to stay up so late. We do have one more question. So does it seem that you think the bigger birds will be more in demand than the smaller in the future?
Yeah, here in Germany, there was a light line of quail, around 120 grams, some years ago, and this line is gone. It's nothing to find, everything mix up the birds.
Right.
Heavy line, middle line, and everything get mixed,
Right. Pam wants to know, does your family help out with the quail?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap help?
Yeah.
I hear ya.
My wife cleans out the brooders and kids helping collecting eggs
Okay.
and so
good.
on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Verna wants to know, what's your favorite bird?
Favorite bird? It's the black one.
Yep, mine too.
That's my favorite one.
Actually,
Really?
I can't say that. My favorites are the Italians or the Golden Manchurians. But now that I've got a
Yeah.
bunch of black ones hatched out, I'm starting to like them. So.
Okay, nice.
April wants to know, do you sell meat to restaurants? And if so, do you need a permit?
Yes, we sell to restaurants too, and also to wholesale.
Okay.
I think you call it so, yeah. And you need a permission to do it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenneth said he has a translator in Hanover.
You need a certification for this.
Okay.
For you to do use. Okay.
Connie says, thank you,
Would be
Kai.
helpful. You're welcome.
Verna wants to know, how many quail do you have? We already answered that, but how many again?
Yeah, between 6,000 and 8,000 with chicks.
That's a lot of birds.
That's a lot of poop, yeah.
Ted wants to know how long it takes to ship eggs from your website to Sweden.
By DHL within 72 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
well,
in this time with COVID,
right.
don't know, maybe it's take a little bit longer.
Yep. Okay, we are at the bottom of our list, guys, and we're going to go ahead and pull the plug on this one. It is about 2 minutes to 7, and I promised Kai I would get him out of here before it got too late. I do want to announce the winner of the hatching eggs is Heidi L. So Heidi, if you want to send me your shipping information, you can either email it to me to terry@coturnixcorner.com or message me over there on Facebook, whichever is easiest for you, and I will get them out right away for you. I want to say thanks to everybody that checked in today and asked questions of Kai. And Kai, I want to thank you. I really appreciate you staying up this late to join us on the show and to take the questions.
Thank you for having me on.
Not a problem. And I know William was out there trying to make you nervous, so we'll have to get him back for that one.
He does. But I will pay back.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, thanks again, Kai.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, join us next week. We got Fiona Moore, who's going to be back on here to share with you her setup and answer all the questions that we missed last time. Don't go nowhere yet, Kai. I want to talk to you a minute when we're done here. So, like I say, thanks again. Join us back here. Next week we'll be on our regular time schedule, 7 o'clock. The only reason we checked in early was trying to keep Kai from having to stay up so late. So, okay, have a good night, everyone, and we will see you next week.